Wonderful party. It is my pleasure and also my great, burden as your dungeon master to inform you that, do you remember when you traveled to the Lake of Sorrow?
Sure
and
do.
A few of you, not gonna name names, maybe didn't roll that well. You were gone for hours, and then you emerged with wrinkled hands, waterlogged hands, as if you'd been there for a year and an age. Remember, I did specifically say that while Lividity was waiting on the beach, hours passed. And today we're going together discover what did happen when you drowned in the Lake of Sorrows.
Cool. What?
Unfortunately, the water wasn't the problem.
It was the spooky meteorite at the center that was full of regret and pain.
Right.
Very manicured hands.
Mm-hmm. And then
Something pulled you all through the dark water until it looked like water no more, instead looked like a sky full of an impossible number of stars.
It's full of stars.
You sunk deeper and deeper and deeper until the hot, bubbling water coming out of this glittering fissure became cold. You saw things almost impossible for your mind to comprehend. Strange spaces, non-Euclidean shapes, sculptures and entities through the cosmic skies. And then everything went dark as you washed up on the shores of Innsmouth. One broken hand-painted sign is the only thing that tells you where you are as you wash up on a gray, cold beach and are met with the sight of a dilapidated town on the edge of an island crowned with impossible glittering peaks that reach up to a sky that feels so close and so far away, where down is up and up is down, and you see the faintest hint of bodies suspended by a gravity you can't understand, yearning to reach a zenith you can't understand. Do you realize you're no longer in Sithicus?
Vacation.
As you start to pick yourselves up off of this beach, underneath your hands, you realize the sand forms an impossible rainbow of colors, almost as though it is formed of millions of years of sea glass disintegrating into a rainbow that dazzles the mind and confuses you. Everyone give me a wisdom saving throw.
oh man.
Why you gotta be wisdom?
Ooh.
Can I get advantage from my gnomish cunning?
Yes.
The -1 for both. That is a 15
Natural
and a
20.
natural 20.
Amazing.
Damn it.
Thank you.
15.
15.
11.
11.
So it's a 19 plus 1 from my cloak, dirty 20, plus 6 from wisdom, so 26.
Amazing.
Wow.
The failure is actually quite good.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, gnomish cunning.
You rolled a nat 20.
You temporarily are sort of blinded by the lights, and then choosing to tear your gaze away from this thing your mind can't comprehend, you instead shift your eyes to the sea that is kind of coming in and calming waves behind you, trying not to make heads or tails of these shapes that are beginning to form in this mirage that's sort of being created by the reflections off of this glass. With a natural 20,
Wow.
you take
Oh.
You take.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
9 psychic damage.
Ah!
As you all see Crem begin to be taken by strange visions, his voice almost sounding unlike his own, as he speaks to you all of a power older than any deity any of you could ever care to worship, of a power greater than any demon or entity that you would have the wisdom to fear, something that could whisk you away from here. The great Cthulhu lies dreaming in this realm, and if he were to awaken, he could whisper whisk you all away to something so much better.
The great lord will come. Cthulhu is his name. Been banished and made prostrate before him, and he will find you, and he will save you. He is inevitable.
Can I slap him around the face?
Absolutely.
Please.
My glasses fly off.
What was that, Professor?
What was my glasses?
You said something about Cthulhu?
Inevitable power?
Last I remember, I saw lavender in the water. Where are we? What is this? What's going on?
Well, this is not good.
As you say that and you look over to the water, lavender floats there even now.
I immediately start scrabbling on my hands and knees.
I grab him by the legs. In fact, I sit on his legs.
It looks as though she is beckoning to you, and then as she turns into mist.
No, lavender! She's right there!
Crem.
What are you doing? She's right there!
She's not real.
What?
She's not real. She's an illusion.
She was there. I saw her. She was in the water.
She's not real.
She's with Soth.
This place is messing with our minds.
What is this place? I'll take a gander if there's anyone around looking, seeing, watching.
Nearby, you see a cloaked figure in tattered rags, kind of shambling with what appears to be a basket knitted from dried seaweed. They have like a long stick and they're kind of poking in the sand. In fact, as they sort of shamble by, you realize they haven't even really noticed you at all.
Excuse me.
Oh, there's 1, 2, 7, 9 sacred numbers.
Hello.
Oh, yes.
Well, we seem to have lost ourselves a little bit. Where are we?
We are, I believe, yes. The gibbous arch lies just ahead, and to our backs it's the ocean, I suppose. And he just kind of continues to shamble, poking at the sand as though he's looking for something. It was here somewhere.
What are you looking for?
There's the amulet.
Amulet.
Amulet, yes, there's an amulet. I think I'm supposed to get it 10 years from now. Or maybe I got it 10 years ago. I don't know. And under the shadow of his hood, you just see like one milky blue eye kind of looking at you, kind of taking you in a little bit.
You said the gibbous arch. Does any of us recognize that name?
No.
Oh, man.
What's the last thing you remember? I remember the ship splitting in two.
The ship. Yes, there is a ship. He just kind of gestures towards the crashing blue waves. And now as you look at them, you notice in the waves there are lights, almost like an aurora borealis, but underneath this turbulent water. Were you on the strike? The strike, yes.
Yes.
Maybe I was on the strike.
Maybe you were on the strike.
Yes, encased in black ice.
It was in which direction?
There. He points towards the waves.
Is there anything there?
You see a beautiful rocky formation that does form a perfect arch, and through it, you just see crashing waves.
That's like further down the shore?
No, in the water.
It's in the water?
As he kind of gestures, you do see what he must be referring to as the gibbous arch, as there is a rock formation that forms a perfect arch.
Because gibbous means filling as opposed to waning, waxing. So gibbous is when the moon becomes more full. Waxing is when it becomes reduced, right?
Yeah.
That's the
And
gibbous.
as you look upon with that natural 20, you see the reality before you, and you also see something beyond the veil. A big eye looking back at all of you, and then it appears to like blink and melt away.
Immediately sort of start back with the realization,
What did you see?
I can barely talk.
Oh.
So he's just sort of, no, this is not good.
Do you know how we get back to Sithicus?
Sithicus?
Sithicus? Have you heard of it?
No.
The big continent?
Continent? No, I don't.
So we saw a sign that says Innsmouth.
Yes, if you were to go southeast as the crow flies, you'd find Innsmouth. And you see now that you are along the coast of like a cove.
Mm-hmm. Do you know if there is a vessel nearby?
A vessel that the strike sleeps below the waves. It sleeps with him now, I think.
Who is he?
The sleeper, the dreamer. We all rest within his dream. Yes.
This doesn't make any sense. You two were on the shore.
Yes.
So we're not in Sithicus anymore.
No.
Innsmouth? How did we
end up in Sithicus in the first place?
I see it all. I know too much. You don't see it?
See what?
Sight is a gift. To see that, the dreams. Our sight is a lie, you know. The true sight is the real sight. And at this, as he comes towards you, his hood falls back, and you see that he has burned out one of his own eyes.
Okay.
And in its place, a single rune that's kind of like crudely nestled in the socket like a monocle. And on it is drawn a painted eye. There is a sight beyond sight. There is thought beyond thought, and there are dreams beyond dreams. Yes, the amulet.
Can I give him guidance to help him look?
Oh, you could. How do you help him look?
I think as he because he has a sense of where it might be. So I think I place a hand on his back and he feels like a comforting but warm but cold chill. And I say to him, try to remember.
My idea is to get something.
Remember. Try to help
Wake up.
you.
I gave him advantage because you are sort of also giving him the help action, which gave him a natural 20.
Yay!
Yeah!
And then with the guidance, a 21.
Heck yeah.
He pokes with his stick, and then you hear dink. As at the end, where he's like fastened a little metal tip to this piece of driftwood, you hear it strike against something distinctly metal. He reaches down and fishes out a jade amulet with a perfect silver chain. It is in the shape of a sphinx.
Can I sense from this distance if it's magical in any way?
You could attempt to examine it.
Okay, so Crem is still very freaked out, and this is way too real. So he's still on his hands and knees, and he sort of shuffles forward and goes, listen, I don't know who you are. Is this a way out? And I'm just, whether I have permission or not, he's just sort of lurching towards the amulet. He's desperate to find a way out and doesn't understand why nobody else is freaking out.
Give me an intimidation check.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Gnomes, known for their intimidation abilities. It's just straight 0.
yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to guide myself because I'm just freaking out right now. So. That is a 9. Yep, predictably.
A 9.
I'm on my knees, sort of like shuffling towards him. Like,
As you lurch forward, you see the man's face contort, and he says, "You want it for yourself!" And you see him like grab the amulet that he's at first showing you bravely, and then snatch it back. And then you see the cloak fall further back, and you realize in place of this man's other hand, he's dropped the stick, and there is, from underneath the sleeve, slithers out a strange tentacle.
I cast Hold Person.
I think they make a wisdom save.
Wisdom 13 for me, I think.
It's a +4 on a 14, 18.
All right.
No! And you see him strike out at you with the tentacle. This is going to be a +7 to hit. That's a 15, 22.
Ooh.
And this is going to deal 6 slashing damage. And 16 psychic damage.
so that's 22 in total.
Yes. Give me a DC 14 athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Acrobatics, please.
Yeah.
Okay, +3, 10 + 3, 13.
You are grappled as you see what used to be a hand, now the fingers fused together, melted into 3 tentacle-like phalanges, still the color of his somewhat pallid but human flesh, wrap around Crem, grappling him, restraining him.
I'm now bloodied.
Okay. I reach.
You can't have it. I found it. It's mine.
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you,
I want to hurt him.
Me too.
guys.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 9.
Yeah,
9.
I'm going to shoot him
Damn
twice.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
First one, 2 + 10, 12.
That is a miss.
Okay.
The first arrow goes wide as he ducks underneath it. You want to take it from me?
You'll present it to him yourselves as a gift. No, it's mine. I've been looking for it. I've been looking for it for 1,000 days. No, you can't have it.
Can I cast Shocking Grasp to try and stun him to lose so they can get the fuck out?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to shock him.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
I love Shocking Grasp.
Yeah, it's very useful. I also will be cool enough to accept the fact that this also may shock me, because he's just grappling me, and this is how electricity works. I don't know if I can, but I sort of reach down to this thing that does that,
Yeah.
and I just over crank it is the idea. So there's a little the Van de Graaff generator thing. So okay, Shocking Grasp. Make a melee spell attack, which is +6, and it's 1d8 lightning damage. I don't really want to do that, but it stops them doing any opportunity attack.
If you succeed in this, he'll let go and you'll be able to move,
Scurry
disengage.
Okay, so that's just a straight magic roll. 2 + 6 for an 8.
You try to wind up the Van de Graaff generator and you begin to spark some electricity. And as the electricity begins to spark, you feel his tentacles kind of bind your arms to your person more stiffly so you can't get enough revolution.
Spells haven't always served me well in this game. So I'm going to go for an old-fashioned method. I'm going to chop off his tentacle.
Okay.
How thick is his tentacle?
It's pretty thick. It's like, if you could imagine like a wiry, muscular arm that has kind of morphed into something else.
Good.
Muscly.
Great.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah. Roll for initiative.
Oh man.
Oh dude, this is not gonna
Here
go
we go. Ooh. Bringing up the rear.
Yeah, man.
Bringing up the rear.
Oof.
Well, Alex has a turn. Should always do that.
That was initiative, so...
Yeah, I got a 3.
Oh.
Okay, I got a +3 on my initiative. So I got an 8 + 3 for 11.
So Crem is at an 11.
Yeah.
I'm at a 9.
Wesley's at a 9.
This is 21.
21.
Thank God. No, thank Eloin.
I'm at a 3. But can I take my action before we rolled initiative? Can I try and chop off the tentacle before initiative? Great, perfect. Now, between a dagger and a sickle is like that.
Yeah, it's like
the
thing
corn-
for weeks.
That was probably going to be better, isn't
Yeah.
it? I think I'd like to use the sickle then, please.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Come on, big chunky dice.
It's an 8 + 2.
Okay, it's a 10.
That is a miss. Your sickle comes down and you notice it has almost no effect on this thick, rubbery, almost blubber-like flesh. You also see how almost armored the rest of his arm is from barnacles that have begun to take form on his shoulder, kind of coming up onto the side of his face and neck.
The warts of the sea.
Yeah, the warts of the sea. The sea
When I
warts.
see them, there's like something deep inside me that just wants to like scrape, like
get 'em all
destroy
out.
them. And so, yeah. You all hear the sound of metal on something hard as Zora's blade is turned by the barnacles. Eloin, you're up.
Seeing the professor being sort of thrashed about, I whip around the oath bow and I say swift death to my enemy in Elvish, and I make him my sworn enemy for this moment in time. Gives me an extra 3d6 of damage. I
Nice.
cast Hunter's Mark and crown him, and I will take my first shot with advantage because of that.
Someone knows what they're doing.
Somebody knows what they're doing.
Okay, 17 + 9 will hit, right? I hope.
Yes.
26 to hit, that hits, and then
Oof, that's a lot of dice.
There's a lot of dice. Nice.
so that's 10 + 4, so 14 points on that one.
Okay.
And then I'll take my second attack. That's 13 + 9 is
22.
22. That hits, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn.
Ooh.
Well, that's good. That's very good. 10, 6, 16 + 4, 20 + 4, 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage.
Let him go! Let him go!
And you see him stumble back, still gripping Crem, as you do notice like a soft, fleshy sound as both of your arrows land straight square center in his chest.
Nice.
Crem, you're up.
All right. So
You are grappled.
yeah, I'm also freaking out.
Yeah.
Completely.
just to let you know, for grappled, your speed is 0.
Yep.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's fine. That
And
works.
he can move you.
Oh.
Got it. I kind of want to ramp it up, so I'm trying to move my elbow down, then get a bit of space so I can crank up this thing again. Just try and do a shocking grasp. This time I don't care if it hurts him or not. I'm gonna like over crank it, just so he can drop me, so I can then use my movement to get
Absolutely.
and then I'll probably cast Sanctuary on myself as well,
Okay.
just to try and stop him from hurting me. When I reach level 5, it turns into 2d8 lightning damage. It's a melee spell attack, so it's +6.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Strahd bless you.
God bless you. 14 plus 6 for a dirty 20. Cool.
Yes.
And that is now going to be 2d8 damage.
Shock his ass.
You need
No, I got
Shock
it.
his
Yeah,
ass.
you
Yeah, cool. And that's
5
going to be
and
5 and 2
2,
for 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Go ahead and make your acrobatics save again, since you would do so at the end of your turn anyway. Normally this would take an action. I'm going to allow you to do it without the expenditure of an action because you're
Cool.
trying to shock him into dropping you.
Okay, so this is, you said just a straight roll, right?
Acrobatics, you
Plus
need to beat
3.
a 14.
Need to beat a 14 with a +3. Okay, we go.
Oh, hell
17 plus 3 for a dirty 20.
He drops you.
Literally, I'm coughing blood up.
Yeah.
I've got like blood, literally, he starts scrabbling back on his, literally on his ass, just like scribbling back as far as he can.
He can't take opportunity attacks against you, but you can take one against him as he begins to shamble away, still clutching the Sphinx in his good hand.
Right.
Honestly, it's kind of his bad hand. The tentacle hand's a good hand.
Yeah.
But still clutching it in his good hand, saying, "Oh, I'll warn the others. I know what you're trying to do. No." And he begins to back away from you. And as he does, give me a wisdom saving throw.
You got it. That is a 16 plus 6, 22 wisdom save.
Amazing. So you take half damage from this.
Oh boy, okay.
So 6, 10, so is it 6, 10, 16, 21, 29, half 29. So you take 16 points of psychic damage as he almost gestures with his tentacles towards you, Wesley, and says,
Great to see where your powers won't work on me. I've heard his dreams under the way. They won't work on me.
and you hear his voice in your mind.
Isn't it whispers?
No,
Ooh.
it's just a psychic attack
Ooh.
as he casts Mind Rot on you.
Oof.
But Wesley is used to the babbling of the insane.
I have, yes. I'm familiar. I be in the graveyards. I be communing with the spirits. I be ushering ghosts to the other side. I do be understanding.
This is very much like
Yeah, I'm like, go Tuesday. Yeah.
as he tries to bore in your mind, and you're able to shake that off.
Wesley's just like,
Yeah. Like, another day at the office. Yeah.
He has a reach of 10 feet.
She tried to do sickle stuff, but
Oh, yes. He's going to make one attack against
yeah,
you.
bring it, tentacles.
tentacles.
Bring it.
That's a 14.
Slimy.
Is that it?
I mean, lots of things hit. My armor class is a 10, so I suppose so.
That hits. Okay. I got a 1 on this d6. So you take 4 slashing damage.
It's not too bad. I'll take it.
3, 2, 5, 7, and then 12 psychic damage as the tentacled arm you were trying to chop off now kind of like whips your weapon out of your hand and like pushes you back away from it. I think on the first try you got an opportunity to escape because you were kind of initiating it, but in this case, Zora, you are grappled as he begins to kind of drag you back with him as he's moving back, and he says,
You can be shielded. You can be shielded by its power. Come with me. Yes.
Where's he
Take
dragging
you.
me back to?
I'll take you to the others.
and he begins, you have no clue where he's dragging you back to as he begins to back away, pulling you with him along the beach.
Nice.
Wesley, you're up.
Okay, you're next to me. I just saw you took damage. You're bloodied. So I am going to do Mass Healing Word. Anybody who's taken damage, you get 2d4 plus 8. So I'll roll these. 2d4 plus 8. What? So 4 plus 8, so 12 back. 12 health back.
Thank you.
And that's my bonus action. I'm still kind of within melee of him. I think I'm gonna go for the mace.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go for the mace. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my mace. So that is a +5 to hit. Oh, that's not good. That's a 9.
Yeah.
That's a 9.
He moves erratically as he's like kind of shambling out of the way, and it's impossible for you to predict his motions as he does so, and your mace swings wide.
I think if he's starting to back away, I will use my movement to tail him, just to keep in pace with him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Zora, you're up.
Now I know we're in combat, but I would like to convince him that the others are actually in the opposite direction, in the direction of the water. Ideally, so he can drown himself.
Oh, you want to convince him to move towards the water?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. I'm not convinced that he can't not swim, but you know what? He's dealing some insanity on us. I want to deal some insanity on him.
Absolutely, yeah. Give me a persuasion check.
Well, this is so lucky because I happen to have a +6 to my persuasion.
Yeah.
It's almost like I've read my character sheet. Great.
We'll do for
Thank you
him
for
an
noticing.
insight.
19 +6.
25.
25, that's good because I got a dirty 20.
Oh.
What do you say to him as he's like beginning to drag you away to the others?
The others and more of your barnacled friends are in that direction, over there in the water. And I promise you that he will give you everything you wish for, but you need to go there.
Yes, the shrike. Yes, yes. And maybe they are still there. Maybe I'm still there.
He changes directions and instead of dragging you away from the beach, kind of begins dragging you back towards the water.
I forgot I was being dragged by him.
Yeah.
I love the fact
It's okay,
you,
we're gonna figure that out on the next round.
I just love the fact you're really calm going, you know, as you're being dragged along your back,
You know what?
you're actually your friends with them.
Like he's not going to move until his turn, but he kind of understands what you're trying to tell him and agrees with you. Eloin, you're up, top of the round.
Let her go. 8 plus 10, 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 3d6 plus my d8. Okay, 8, 8, 16, 17 plus 4 is 21 points. 2 10s. 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
So many dice, bro.
4, 3, 7 plus 6, 13 points plus 4, 17 points of damage.
Okay.
How's it looking?
He is bloodied. As both of your arrows join the other two in his chest, you realize he is beginning to falter. There is still flesh under there, and you are connecting with it. He has a difficult time keeping his hold on you as he starts to slow down. As his shuffle backwards is still manic, but now slowed. Yeah, he has taken quite a bit of damage. He is bloodied.
As I was shooting those, uncharacteristically, I'm marching towards him. I'm not staying ranged. I'm moving towards him and shooting, yeah.
Crem.
Okay, so I'm seeing all of this going on. He's still really fucked up.
Yeah.
And although you've healed me, it's sort of like he's trying to, gotta get back in the fight. So he goes, a wee dram was always a useful thing. And he's got a little tiny hip pocket, a little hip flask. He pulls it out and goes, well, down the hatch. And he sort of drinks this, it's a little potion, it's alcohol. But basically what it does is it gives him false life. So it gives him some temporary hit points back to get him back on his feet.
That's nice.
A little nib of something. Yeah, it's just
I can do anything. I can fly.
Yeah, he stands on top of the boat. I'm a golden god! So this is 2d4 plus 4 temporary hit points.
Okay.
I'm casting it at first level. I don't want to do a second level spell. That's fine. All right, so that's
4.
4 plus 4, so 8 plus
3.
plus 3. So that's 4 plus 4, that's 8, 9, 10, 11 temporary hit points.
Nice.
11 temporary hit points.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then so that's temp hit points, not wounds. That lasts until a long rest, I believe. And after that, he's got a magical 2x4, which is when he made the little short swords and stuff.
Yeah.
He pulls out his 2x4 and goes, well, time to get our hands dirty. And starts running towards to try and help.
Just the image of you pulling out a fucking 2x4 is crazy.
So as I'm sort of charging like Crem Hacksaw Jim Duggan Crem, de la Creme, I'm gonna, I'd like to study the beast and see what its weaknesses could be, theoretically.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
This is +6, so that is a 14 + 6 for a dirty 20.
As he's muttering and murmuring, you pick up a few words, listening carefully, looking at him, and you realize he can read your minds.
What?
All of our minds?
He can detect your thoughts. At first, you're not sure, but then in the string of ramblings, as he goes,
The shark isn't crushed upon the waves, made of paper. She's in the keep shores, and there's a dog creature in the net.
What? A large cat slips through time, like time through. No.
Ooh.
So, can I shout out as a free action?
yeah,
Yeah.
you could do a couple of words.
Couple of words. Okay. It can read your thoughts. As I charge it.
Ooh, that's good.
It is its turn.
It.
It's going to look into your mind as, give me a wisdom saving throw. You need to beat a 15.
But now I'm confused. Do I need to beat it or do I need to fail it?
Let's.
In this case, this might be one of the rare cases where you do want to beat it.
That's a 14.
You take 29 points
Fucking hell!
of psychic damage again the poisoned condition.
The poisoned condition.
Bitch, this thing is tough.
He looks at you and you hear his voice in your mind in deep speech,
Wow.
merely repeating over and over again. You feel your vision begin to blur. You all see a little bit of blood begin to trickle from Eloin's nose, and you see the dreamer sleeping in his dream.
Okay. What does the dreamer look like?
It is impossible for you to describe. You see scales, you see skin, you see strange helix-like shapes. You see one large eye yawning wide, as large as the sea, and above it is suspended you. And then it's gone.
Yeah, cool. So, bleeding, I fall to my knees.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I understand why he's missing an eye, and I think that's what I'm doing, is when that happens, I'm trying to claw out my own eyes.
Oh.
Shit.
Because you see the dream.
I've seen the dream.
Oh.
So 29 points of damage.
Psychic damage. That's brutal.
Which is exactly half. And then poison condition, you said, right?
Yes. Still has another attack.
Deep.
Locked in.
Deep.
It's going to move its full movement through the party because he is a little bit crazed as he continues to drag you now in the opposite direction. And as he does so, he pushes you, Wesley, out of the way and says,
Yes. The others.
it's going to be a 12 plus 7, a 19 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
And this is for 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then 4, 10, 12, 3, 15 psychic damage.
15, okay.
As another one of the phalanges of this tentacled hand kind of slap you out of the way, but you are not grappled, as his hand is already kind of full with Zora.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can use my reaction because I think it's cool.
I believe you can.
Yes, when I or a bloodied creature I can see within 60 feet of myself is hit with an attack roll, I can take my reaction to have the attack's damage rounding down.
Okay, so you can round down
Yeah,
this.
I can round down. It was 22, so that'll be 11.
Amazing.
Amazing. Woo!
Oh, your op attacks. Anybody that wants to
I'll
make
take
one.
an op attack. I'll
Yep.
take a mace.
I think
I'll
the
take a
two
mace
of you. And you're grappled, so.
No, I can't.
Because he's not moving out of your space. He's dragging you with him.
That's true.
It's 6 plus 5, 11. I assume that doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, with a shout of not USA, but Faerun, my 2x4 comes. I'm going to try and kneecap him.
Okay, yeah.
Great.
I'm wearing my baseball shirt today.
What you didn't know is that Creme de la Creme is a man of wide tastes, and he actually really digs the Faerun fantasy wrestling.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He's into it. Yeah, he knows it's not real, but he likes it. Lavender likes it.
He enjoys the
Well.
kayfabe.
I enjoy the drama. So this is going to be with my magical 2x4. So it's a strength hit, isn't it, from LA, right?
We can say you can use your dex on this. Yeah.
That would be
All
very
right,
nice.
that's cool. That's +3 for dexterity then, +1 for the magical item to attack roll to hit. That's plus 1 on damage as well.
4.
15 plus 4 for a 19.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Then plus 1 on my, I think it's D6 for a club. I'm using club.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, like a club thingy. So
A
that's
club stat block. We'll say that this is like a special club that you use, which is why you're quite dexterous with it. You've been rehearsing your wrestling moves with Lavender.
Oh, so
yes.
Girl dads.
Yes.
They be choke slamming each other and stuff.
Often, like, I'll just be tinkering away, and Lavender will come out of nowhere and just like dive, grab my head, and just.
British, but that's the bulldog.
Yeah, nice bulldog one. Yeah, okay.
That's great.
So this is only going to be D4 plus 1 for damage. So that's fine. That is
2.
That's 2 plus 1 for 3 points of damage. He also now gets the slow condition.
Fantastic.
So I kneecapped
So you
him.
do successfully kneecap him, and you notice he's moving slowly.
Yeah, so it's minus 10 to his movement.
Minus 10 to his movement. As he kind of is shambling in this sort of weakened state, Wesley, it's your turn. Give me an insight check.
Oh boy, every time I learn something, it makes me scared. That's an 8 plus 6, 14.
14. You see his resolve waver, kind of like as his knee gets cracked in this fashion and he's like dragging this young woman across the beach. You see like a moment of lucidity in the blue eye and then no, as he continues to drag her.
Dang, he's so at war with himself, and I feel really sad for him.
No,
No
you
mercy,
do not.
Wesley. No mercy.
I'm a cleric.
No mercy.
It's just mercy, but would the merciful thing in this moment be to end his suffering?
That's more like it.
I vote aye.
I see this very unfortunate creature. I go up and I touch him. And you're gonna need to make a con save 14. I'm casting Inflict Wounds.
That's a failure.
Okay, so that's full damage. I think I say enough. And that's 3d10.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, Inflict Wounds is nasty. 10, 14 necrotic damage.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Ooh.
Advantage.
As you see his face begin to blacken and flake away,
Nice.
revealing scales underneath. His human skin is changing in places.
That is a 17 plus 1 for 18 on the intimidation check.
Wow.
In my background feature for Haunted, it says that when people look in my eyes, they know that something horrible has happened to me, and they feel inclined to support me in some way.
As you hold his face in your hands and he looks into your eyes, he sees tragedy and says,
Yes. You were on the boat, Emily. You tried to help the captain. You got the fever, yes. I forgot him.
and he releases you, Zora.
Do I get the sense that he is not intending to be violent anymore in this moment? That he's
Yes.
Okay. I try to signal to the rest of the party that he's not fighting anymore.
Crem's just standing there with his two before.
I'm scratching my eyes out.
I'm grabbing the amulet.
That's what I'm talking about.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
That's what we're here for, isn't it? Not to be friends.
I love it.
7.
As you reach for the amulet, you see him clutch it close. And,
No, you mustn't. I need it.
What do you need it for?
They'll allow me to go to the shrine. They can pull it out of the ocean and then we'll see it in the waves again and we'll finish our journey, Emily, and we'll go home.
Will you take us there?
Yes, I'll take you there and we can give them the amulet and they'll bring the shrike out of the deeps. We can sail, this time not on the ocean but on the stars.
Over the table, kind of inclined to kill this fucker and take her.
Oh, completely. I don't know why we're hesitating.
Because we don't know where to go. That's honestly, it's more like I'm like, there's something in the middle of the ocean. There's no way to get to the
We really
I
don't.
see your point of view. Like, we don't know anything.
You know what I'm gonna say.
He's saying to kill.
I'm gonna eat him. Yes, that's what
I love cosmic horror. In this case, he says,
You want to take it for yourselves. Maybe if you return it to them, maybe you'll have better luck than I did.
We can take it for you. To them. If you tell us where they are.
and he like extends his hand to you. kind of giving you the Sphinx amulet.
Then yeah, I'll take it.
And then with his other tentacled hand, he takes your hand holding the sickle and puts it at his throat. Give me a strength saving throw.
Wowzers.
That's diabolical.
Strength is not my...
You kind of want to fail this one.
Yeah, it's a 5.
Yeah.
5 minus 1, actually, for a 4.
Yeah.
Using your hand, he slowly saws open his own throat,
I did ask for it. So
saying the entire time, and with a wet sound, his head falls to the ground. His body crumples at the knees and falls forward.
Well, we got the amulet.
We just stare at you. We just look at you. Like,
I don't know why you're so attached to this weird octopus man.
I'm saying this over the table, but he actually mutters to himself, well, I suppose she truly is dead. And that just reconfirms what he already knows.
Yeah, your wife's dead, we know. This is the new Zora, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna embrace it.
She's in her villain era.
I'm gonna embrace it.
I know my prayers don't reach this place, but I pray that whatever was left of his soul finds rest.
I'm behind the
Are you
group.
still scratching your eyes out?
Yes,
Maybe
and
we should...
I start saying, I need to see again, I need to see again. And I start crawling towards him to grab his eye. I'm trying to rip my eye out and pull his eye out.
I think we need to restrain Eloin, guys.
You want to do a group restraint?
Yeah. If we've got those like mittens they put on newborn babies.
Like the baby.
The baby mittens.
Group
restraint.
restraint.
I concede.
Yeah, I concede to the group
To the what?
restraint.
To the group restraint.
To the group restrain, you do?
I concede.
I'm not going to.
Oh.
Just let it go.
Damn, he really likes you,
So the
know?
two of you, I
that's
guess, do an
okay.
opposed athletics check.
Opposed athletics together.
Yeah. You're both
Okay.
working together. You can give yourselves the help action
Okay.
as well. So
Okay,
you'll
opposed
both get
athletics.
advantage. Christian, you'll roll straight.
Athletics, you said? Okay, that's
A 4. Okay.
God.
That's a 16
9
plus
minus 1.
2.
So between the two of you, you're able to restrain Eloin as they kind of shamble forward, reaching for this man's face.
I'm trying to grab that rune eye and put it in mine. And you don't understand. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I put my wrist into his mouth.
Yeah, and I slap him.
This is getting weird.
Holy shit.
This is getting weird.
Just bite. Just feed.
Honestly, I'd love to see women in male-dominated fields. You're just hungry.
And in my craze, I bite
Yeah.
and I feed.
Yep.
Go ahead and take that piercing damage. So you regain hit points equal to the piercing damage dealt. So you do 1d4 plus your Constitution modifier.
So 5 points of healing.
Cool.
5 points of healing,
damage.
5 points of
got it.
damage.
I'd also like to, as he's feeding, just make him some lovely seaweed little mittens.
To bind his hands.
No, just to prevent him from scratching
Like
his
a
eyes
baby.
out.
Oh,
Like
got
for
you.
babies.
Okay.
May I, whilst all this cacophony is going on, my attention is now drawn to what he was rambling about. I'm going to try and pluck out the ruined eye and keep it. I'm trying to study it in front of him as all of this is going on.
It's less of a eye, and it's more so that like one eye has been gouged out, and almost like the way people wear monocles, a jagged piece of stone, shale truly, with a rune in it has been like kind of nestled, cutting into the flesh where that was.
I want to try and get a pocket knife and just.
You're able to do so easily.
Now, let's see what this curios is about. Can I study and see if it's?
Yes, give me an investigation or arcana check.
I'll investigate it. Let's have a little look under the light here. My 2x4's on my shoulder. like this. All right, so that is plus 6. 8 plus 6 for 14.
This is Halloween right now.
Little seaweed mittens.
Seaweed mittens.
You get the sense that should you don it as a monocle over your own eye,
Yeah.
you would be immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it.
Ah.
You can take a magic action to cause this artifact to become imperceptible, until you take another magic action to make it perceptible. This is a ring of mind shielding, but it is a monocle of mind shielding.
Well, that's great.
If you die while wearing it, your soul enters it.
Oh no!
Unless it already houses a soul.
Cool.
You don't know.
I'm up for it.
You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife.
No way. So
Awesome.
could his soul be
And
in
as
there?
long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it.
Awesome. Oh, interesting. I'd like to fashion it. I'd like to take out the glass lens of my pince nez, and I'd like to attach it to that and sort of like jury rig a very quick tinkering
Yeah.
and put it into then and put it back on.
Is old tentacle man's soul in there? He died while wearing it.
As you don it, that's a very good question.
I like the fact that it's now it's multicolored. How exciting and cool.
You hear in your mind,
Yes, you know. I've seen him, the dreamer, the boat. We can take to the skies, we can leave, we can find her. We can find little Lavindria. And yes, we have to awaken the dreamer and come out of the dream. I know the incantation, but our mouths are too small, our flesh confines us. We cannot speak the words loud enough for him to hear. You know, no, but, the other god, they worship the deep one.